City Council President Nury Martinez had some issues.
It's like black and brown on this float, and then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito.
Translation: little monkey.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about LA City Council leader Nury Martinez. Apparently, there was some leaked conversations of her making some racial slurs against a fellow council member's son, I believe. And this is the audio. This is the audio of it here, coming straight from the Los Angeles Times website. Now, we're finna get into this. I don't know exactly what was said, but let's find out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we listen to this. Now, let's get into it. Council President Nury Martinez makes racist remarks about Council Member Mike Bonner's young son while others chime in during the selection. The group was discussing dispute between Council Member Karen Price and Marquette Harris Davidson, who were odds last year over whose district will repeat the issue once the new maps were finalized. The clipping is of Martinez recounting a conversation she allegedly had with businessman Danny Bakewell.
So getting back to Marquise, I told Danny, if you want to cut a deal, and if you want to make like boss moves, I would go after the airport. He goes, I love that idea. I said, tell Marquise,
So
go take it from his friend.
Don't go
after. Leave him alone. Go get the airport from his little brother, that little bitch Bonnet.
Black people.
I goes, what is with Bonnet? And I said, Bonnet thinks he's black. That guy don't think he's black. I go, he thinks he's black. I told her the same thing.
This kid is.
He goes, why are they so close? No idea.
And he's from Massachusetts.
This kid, the one here.
That kid is the dumb.
He's black.
All these Latino
Lo
kids.
trae así during Black History Month, lo lleva al council y lo pone acá en el, remember, it's an accessory. When we do the MLK
So she just said right there,
parade.
let me go back a little bit. You know, for those who might not know Spanish, I'm not 100% fluent, but I know a little bit, and I mean you can read it right here. She said during Black History Month, she'll tout Bonnet's son around as an accessory. Now, I mean, I think this goes to show that just because you have so-called representation where you live at, you know, visible representation, you know, Los Angeles is very ethnically mixed. So just, you know, there's Hispanics, there's blacks, whites, you name it in California. So, but just because you see yourself being represented by race in the city council, that doesn't mean you can't run into the same problems that you run in with when a white person, when white people are in the seats of city council or whatever, whoever. You know, I mean, I grew up around Mexicans, and look, I'm gonna just be 100% honest with you. As a black kid around majority Mexicans, and definitely in high school and growing up, I think that's where I actually heard my first bits of racism, and that's probably why like white racism never really it don't bother me, it don't hit me at my core, because white people haven't really been racist to me much in my life. I think most of the racist comments, the most racist things I've heard, I ain't gonna lie, have come from Mexican people. Now, I'm not trying to bash Mexican people or call Mexican people racist. I love Mexican people, man. But I think what that made me realize is that people really just fear the unknown, right? Now, a Mexican family's kids might be your friend, right? But the parents are older generation. They grew up in Mexico. They're not used to black people, so they not you know what I'm saying? They not used to being around black people. But this lady, she don't get that excuse. She don't get that excuse because she is a city council member. She's supposed to be representing the city of Los Angeles. But clearly she, you know, she don't think much of black children.
Remember, it's an accessory. When we do the MLK parade.
Just like when
They used to have those statues
What?
in plantations.
Wait,
didn't
and
they?
then when Nury
In the
brings
front.
her Goyard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag, and plays
Su negrito, like on the side. And lo trae, ¿verdad?
Have the little negrito on the side. That's what she said.
Like on the side. And lo trae, ¿verdad? You sit next to it. You don't have the other side. For MLK, for the parade that Herb used to organize, and all the council who wanted to join Herb on the float, because he used to do a whole float to be nice. Bonnie would be like, hey, Nury, are you going to that market? Well, Herb invited me, yeah, I'll go. Okay, I'm bringing whatever the kid's name is. I'm like, it's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has they're not doing it. They're not doing it. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. And I'm just like,
Changuito, that's a monkey.
oh my God. I'm over here trying to parent this kid. I'm like, you can't do that. I said no. And Mike is like, I'm like, you're not teaching your kid anything. It's me and Karen Bass on the float trying to check this little kid. Me, Karen Bass, y la esposa de Marquise, Carrie. And we're all looking at each other because we're the three women on the floor. Like, who's gonna? This kid's gonna tip us over. Because he's literally hanging on the rails.
Well, you can't let them.
Okay, well, right there, she talking specifically about how the kid was acting up on the float, but regardless, I mean, she couldn't have known she was being recorded. There's no way. This is leaked stuff, so she thought this was just locker room talk, but unfortunately for her, fortunately for everybody else, this stuff got leaked. I mean, like, to me, this ain't really surprising. Like I said, most, I don't know about most, but a lot of people, a lot of people who aren't Mexican might not have had the luxury, if you want to call it, of growing up around Mexicans. But for me, I have. So this really don't surprise me. I've heard stuff like this around me, to my face, like, what I'm saying. It's really, to me, I'm not too shocked. But this just goes to show, the whole black and brown thing that they try to tout. It's like, no, it's not. We not as unified as we think we are. You know what I mean? And I know some conservatives like to highlight the fact that illegal immigration, how immigrants come and they often find themselves in lower income black neighborhoods and stuff like that. You have this fighting that goes on. You know what I mean? Like that stuff is real. People try to act like that's not real, but it is. So yeah, let me let this close off, and I'll give my closing statements.
The spectators will beat his ass.
Yeah.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes? Ven para
It's a
acá.
pinch. Something.
Yeah.
But yes, he's the fourth.
So anyways, getting back to this.
Yeah, she had to resign after this. That was bad. That was just bad. Let's read this little bit right here. City council leader makes racist comments about colleague's young son. Council president Nury Martinez makes racist remarks about council member Mike Bonin's young son, while others chime in during this section on the conversation. The group was discussing the dispute between council members Curran Price and Marquise Harris Dawson, who were at odds last year over whose district will represent USC and Exposition Park once the new maps were finalized. The clip begins with Martinez recounting a conversation she allegedly had with the businessman Danny Bakewell. So I don't know if all the people in the room having this conversation could be under heat. I mean, it'd be rightfully so, right? They all having it. Somebody could have checked her on that, but like I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. For me, I'm not that shocked by this, but I think it's probably a shock to a lot of people in Los Angeles. And like I said, just because you see someone with your same skin color, that doesn't necessarily mean that that we've made this amazing progress and that the history won't repeat itself in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and which leads me to my final comment that we need to get people in high places based on merit and just who they are as people and not their skin color, because we're trying to move away from racism, right? Especially in the hyper progressive LA. And now you got a Hispanic lady, Nury Martinez, LA City Council leader, and she calling black kids monkeys, and it's getting exposed. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But that's it for the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Till next time, guys. I'm out. Peace.